So a lot of big organizations, multinational organizations, have really come to a different way of looking at diversity and inclusion in very, very interesting ways. I have thought for a long time that the conversation about women entering the workplace in the 1980s really shifted some of the discussion around balance and benefits and who was going to take care of the children, those kinds of conversations. We have not really had a similar set of conversations about the inclusion of racial ethnic groups in this country, beyond making sure that we in December pay attention to Kwanzaa, Hanukkah, and Christmas as if they're all equally important to those various groups who ascribe to those religious holidays. But what the globalism and international focus, and for many multinational companies has done, is really focus on differences in cultural values. And what that means across different management groups, what that means in communication, what that means in who you promote, not so much who you promote, but what you need to do to support people you promote. If an individual comes from a culture with very strong expectations of a distance between subordinates and the leaders, which isn't so much here in the United States, then that person may need to have some additional coaching, those sorts of considerations. And I think that conversation is going to make everybody understand the cultural differences and the impact of cultural differences in communication, in decision making, in those sorts of organizational variables. I think that companies that get it really understand that different perspectives coming from many different people are ways to strengthen their bottom line. There's a terrific project out of Stanford called Gendered Innovations. And this was actually done by a historian who has really looked at how there have been decisions that have not brought in the perspectives of women, but only focused on men, and what bringing a perspective from women has done to the innovation. And she can really document the bottom line to the pharmaceutical company in one example. It's a terrific website. But I think you can extrapolate that perspective across racial ethnic groups, across international groups. We are stronger if we can bring and listen to differing perspectives.